All right, y'all. So what I'm going to try and do here in this video is show you some basic techniques for connecting different electrical components. And one of the first things we got to do is get this insulation off of these wires. You see, it's not really a good idea to have exposed metal wiring in any sort of electric circuit because when you touch it, zap, or if it touches something flammable, there could be a spark. You know, it's just a safety concern. So most of the time when we get wire, it's got like this rubber kind of coating on it, and you can see that it's surrounding the copper core right there. What we're going to do is use a special tool called a wire stripper like this to remove it. And so you can see this kind of looks like scissors, but it's got some holes on it. And the idea is that you're going to put it in the right size hole. I believe this is 18 gauge wire. And the scissors will cut through the insulation, but not all the way through the metal. So you want to cut about a pinky's width off. So you hold your pinky up like this. That's about how much I want to remove from that thing, about the end like so. If you have a pair of wire strippers at home, great. It's a piece of cake to use it. You just pinch down like this, wrap your finger around, and pull the wire out. And you can see that it has removed the insulation, but the wire is still exposed. If you don't have a pair of wire strippers at home, I mean, you could go to the Home Depot or the Lowe's or whatever and buy one, and that'd be something that'll be very useful over the years. What you can also do is just take a pair of scissors like this, and you just kind of twist it around, and you're trying to cut just through the rubber. So don't go whole hog and, you know, snip this thing, but just kind of score it and make a groove all the way around. And then you can use just a little bit of strength, boom, and slide the end off. Either way, what you want to do is expose about the width of your pinky of this wire. And the reason you want to do that is because you're going to be connecting lots of different components together. You could be connecting light bulbs together, you could be connecting ends of wires that you've already stripped or whatever. And the simplest way to go about doing this, the way that you want to go and connect two pieces of wire together, is you simply take the two ends that are stripped, you lay them right next to each other like this, and then you just twist, and you twist, and you twist, and you twist, and you twist until it's connected. Now, everybody in here is strong enough that if you were to pull hard enough, this will come apart. So a couple of things that you can do to make this a better connection. You can twist it up a few times like this, and then just use a piece of electrical tape and you know, wrap it around and cover it up. That's one way you could do this. You can also go and buy what's called wire nuts, and you can get a pack of these, I don't know, 30 of these things or so for maybe $2 at the store. These have, well, that one did. These have a little threaded insert on here that you stick your twisted wires together in, and you twist it up and twist it up and twist it up, and now it's a little bit stronger, right? So you could still rip this apart if you really wanted to, but the idea is that it's harder for this to accidentally disengage. Right, so what we're going to do for the rest of this video is show you how to actually connect up two light bulbs in series and two light bulbs in parallel. Light bulbs in series is pretty easy. You've got your two lights right here, and again, I can provide a goodie bag of these if you want to come pick them up at school, or you can just go buy your own stuff. These are just off of an old strand of Christmas lights, and we just cut them up into pieces. If I wanted to connect these two light bulbs in series, you basically just take them, and if you think about like at old church picnics or whatever, the three-legged race, well, that's it. You line this up, yeah, I heard you, line this up, twist, 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 like so, and boom, you've got yourselves a series circuit. So I can take this, I can connect both ends to the battery, and see if I can lift this up, you can actually see a little bit better. I can take this thing and I can connect one end to one end of the battery and one end to the other, boom, and now I've got them both lit up, okay? Why was it sparkling? Because I wasn't having a very good connection, right? Parallel is even easier, right? What I'm gonna do is actually connect both ends of the light bulbs together. Oops, I guess I could turn my camera so you can see it. Connect both ends together like this, and then just to make this a little bit easier, I'm also going to connect a third wire onto here. So what I've got now is a parallel connection. When the series connection, it went through the white, or the clear one and the blue one. With parallel, the electricity is going to come in through this wire. It's going to choose which light bulb to go through and come back out. And what we'll see with this parallel connection is that it's going to be a whole lot brighter. And the reason it's going to be a lot brighter is the same reason I was able to beat you all so badly at the water drinking contest the other day. It's because now that there's two options, that battery can like push electricity out of there a whole lot faster. Finally, the thing that you're going to need to have in your circuit is going to be a switch. Now, you can go to Home Depot, and for like 75 cents you can buy one of these. You go to a specialty store like a Radio Shack or something, or an auto parts store, and buy a rocker switch or a fancy switch that looks like this. all you're going to do on this thing is just put this in series with the circuit. So right now, I've got my 2 wires connecting out of here, right? One end would go over to the battery, this end would go over to the light bulbs, and they would connect back together. And when this is on, the electricity flows. When it's off, it doesn't. Right? On and off. If you didn't want to do that, the final thing you could do to make yourself a switch would just be to take the 2 paper clips and connect them to the end of the wires like this. And when you want to connect your circuit, all you got to do is lace these 2 things together, right? That's closed, and my light can turn on. If I open it back up, now it's open and the light turns off.